2002 is when I knew that something had to shift in me. I had to be more aware of the words coming out my mouth, my actions. I had to set the precedent for what my daughter viewed as confidence, of self-respect, of loving myself, loving others, not shrinking back because of my size. Just things needed to shift in me. Now, they did not happen overnight. It took a long span. Remember, I told you that there was even a period there where, I was on Weight Watchers and I tried to hide it from the kids. It took a long, it was a long few years, and it was a lot about learning about myself, mostly learning my identity. Who decides if I'm worthy, if I'm lovable? Who said I'm not? Who said I can't do certain things? Who said that's not pretty, right? So who am I listening to? So it took me a long time to get there, and lots of work. I mean, lots of reading, lots of studying, lots of listening, lots of being intentional, lots of catching myself before criticizing myself. And then it just became my nature. I will look myself in the mirror and say, I love you, Maxetta. You are beautiful. You bring a lot to this earth that no one else can bring. Let's go. And for a while, then I felt like, well, that's arrogant. That's so cocky. It's something I tell myself, and I've worked hard to get to that point. And I want other women and young ladies to learn from me. Maybe it will save them some of the work. No one decides anything about you but you, right? Now, I am a believer in Jesus Christ. I believe that is where my identity lies. That's where my confidence comes from, knowing who I am in Christ. Now, we're going to get into as I continue to share my story, I'm going to get into where faith met fitness in my life, and I had never heard of such teaching. I'll share that eventually. I'm going to get into obsession and neglect with your body. I've been obsessed with my body, and I have completely neglected my body, and I've been in the middle. And right now, where am I on the swing of things? I'll share that with you, and where I hope to go. But wherever I go or whatever I do, it's going to be hand in hand with the Lord to the pace of grace, right? It is not set on today's standards. All right, so sharing. Good old time sharing things.